Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, those of you who grew up especially on the streets of Lagos will be familiar with the chant who say we tire na rest we dey rest ike. This is something you usually chant in the middle of a battle. So now guys, Tinubu now boldly steps out with his chest puffed out and is asking, who is your father? Guys, I bring you this. I didn't go anywhere. I am still Ashiwaju of Lagos, a headline attributed to Tinubu. So the sighting of this Tinubu has been all over the world, with people showing clips of people chanting at a hotel in somewhere in Paris, claiming that they were chanting at Tinubu. There's even a video that I'm about to publish of people going to a place in London where Tinubu has his house to chant at that place in the expectation or in the understanding that he's there, and all over the world they are citing this guy, but his surface is where he has always been, as again, I didn't go anywhere, I am still the Ashiwaju of Lagos. So now let's now see how Tinubu fleshes this out. National leader of the All Progressive Congress, Ashiwaju Bola Tinubu, has denied reports he jetted out of the country in the face of the looting and arson recorded in Lagos after the incident of NSAS protesters in Lekki. He lamented the invasion and wanton looting of public and private assets in the state. Speaking with reporters after a visit to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu at the State House in Marina, Tinubu said he never jetted out of the country, as widely reported on social media. The former Lagos State governor said he asked if he didn't give order for the attack, who ordered the attack. That's all I needed from him. Tinubu demanded a thorough investigation into Tuesday night attack. He said, first we have to segregate the calendar. Those who suffered casualty before the protest from the hands of SARS, you have to separate that from those who suffered casualty due to what happened at the toll gate. For those who suffered casualty from SARS, the commission of inquiry that is already set up will unearth that and will make their recommendations. I trust the caliber and the character of the people there. They are independent, that is one. Those who suffered casualty during the Lekki tollgate incident need to answer some questions too. Even though we want to help, we must still extract information that will help the government to prepare in future and understand how and when to react, because the governor in particular is a youth. As a youth himself, he, Sanwo-Olu, quickly went to Abuja with the 5x5. The government immediately put into action, dissolved SARS, and had to walk through other recommended actions and the needs they demanded. Within a few days, he reported back to the public. That is responsive enough. But where are we getting the looting, the carnage, the burning, the invasion of police stations, stealing of arms, maiming of innocents? It is a handshake beyond the elbow. Asked about his whereabouts in the past few days, Tinubu said, I didn't go anywhere. I am a Lagosian and I still hold the title of Ashiwaju of Lagos, and I am still a Jagaban. Fake news is all over the place. They said Sheyi, my son, was kidnapped and was chased, but look at him. I didn't pay a penny to bring him here. So this is now Tinubu now coming out in the public space to pretty much debunk everything that has been said. A lot of it, some of it even said on this channel, because of course we go with the flow of the news. So this is now Tinubu now in Marina. So now there's several elements to this, because of course, let's just start from the beginning. The beginning is that there's a lot of speculation and a lot of clips all over the media space that Tinubu had fled the country and he had been seen in France, and then his son, of course, had fled Nigeria with his family on a private jet. Everybody reported it, including this your humble channel. So everybody reported this, but now what we are seeing now in at least in pictorial form is evidence that makes a lie of all of that reportage. But does it make a lie of all of that reporting is really the question. So let us unpick it. So yes, you are seeing Tinubu at Marina now shaking hands with Sanwo-Olu, and in the second picture you can see his son in the background, the one that was said to have fled to the United Kingdom on a private jet. So they cannot be in two places at the same time. Not even the Jagaban, as he calls himself, can be in two places at the same time. So now what could happen? Because one has to be a lie. He cannot be in Paris and in Lagos at the same time, and the son cannot be in London and in Lagos at the same time. It is not a possibility. So one of those two positions is a lie. But is it? So now this is what I am proposing, and this is what I suspect. Yes, these people did flee the country because there's just too much evidence and information are out there for that not to be the case. But then they fleeing the country does not then mean that they are permanently banished from the country. You have to remember, of course, that these people that we're talking about, they are people with limitless means and limitless funds. So now let's just unpack that to arrive at this position that I am proposing. You can disregard it, but follow the logic. So what I am suggesting is that these people, Tinubu and his family, did flee the country. But then, of course, when they got to their abroad countries that they went to, the chaos was so much, and all of that chaos was tracked all over social media. So there were video recordings and clips, etc., showing their movement all the way through. I mean, not physically showing them, but just tracking their movement all the way through, to the point that there was a clip actually showing, although you couldn't make out Tinubu's face in the crowd, but there were clips showing, alleging that Tinubu was actually being asked to leave a hotel that was lodged in Paris because of the commotion that the Nigerians were causing outside. So there's enough anecdotal evidence to suggest that they did flee the country. But then, of course, the countries that they are fleeing to has gotten so hot for them that the authorities in that country, or even they by their volition, have found it too hot a place to be, and they have then decided to return to Nigeria. This is what I am proposing. So they fled, the places that they fled to proved too hot, so they decided to come back to Nigeria and face the music. So this is what I'm proposing. But why am I proposing that? Well, let's look at it. One, we've already discussed that there's enough social media evidence, there's enough evidence within the media space to suggest that these people did flee the country. So that's one. The second and most potent one is that throughout all of the palaver that has been happening in Lagos, especially from the toll gate incident till now today, we have not heard or seen Tinubu on the streets of Lagos. So this is a guy that prides himself as having overall hold of Lagos State in his palms. So if Lagos State is ablaze metaphorically and almost virtually, he, above all else, will be the one voice that you would expect to hear constantly, addressing press conferences, releasing statements, etc. Because even the governor of Lagos State subordinates himself to Tinubu. So the fact that we had not heard his voice throughout those critical periods within the state that he claims belongs to him, then that would suggest then that was on the run. But he was on the run, but that being on the run proved too hot a potato to handle, and is then forced back. He and his children are then forced back to Nigeria, and now he's now showing face to try and pretend as though he had always been in Lagos. So I do not believe this, but do you believe this is the more important question. Whatever your belief systems are, come discuss them with me in the comment section. Or do you have a different theory from the one that I am proposing? Come discuss all this with me in the comment section. But before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, come join me then in the comment section. Come, let's discuss this abracadabra trick that Tinubu has played. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section. But here I say peace.